you made a video, and the video basically, like I said in my live, in layman's terms, you was basically saying that the Anton Daniels niggas got at ZipWitTheDrip, basically. He shut me down on 10 Toes Down Live. You not the only one that did it, a few other. And then I seen in your comments somebody said something crazy. I responded. You said we content creators, Zip, blah, blah. I said, you know what? McMean is absolutely right. Let me go make some content, you heard? And so I want to know, how did the nigga shut me down if he came on the show talking about we need to get rid of the street mentality, that jail talk and all of that. We need to get rid of all of that real nigga shit. You was up there. You know what he said. Hold up. You know what he said. If we all would have had our cameras off like this right here, if we all would have had our cameras off, at the end of the show, somebody say, I'm a real nigga. I got all the shooters. I'm a real. You would have thought I said that, nigga. That's what I'm saying. So for you,
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck said that, because I ain't stay. I didn't look at.
Anton.
I was at work. I couldn't even do that.
So you fell back, and I said something like that in my live. Perhaps you didn't watch the whole video. Anton Daniels, hold up. Anton Daniels came on 10 Toes live show off the rip. Said, yo, everybody's telling nowadays. I took exception to that. Yo, what are you talking about? Who are you, nigga? You bugging out. He goes, hey, yo, he goes, yo, that rap music got you stuck in the 90s. I said, nigga, your big ass glasses is from the 80s, nigga. What are you talking about? And so we start going back and forth. 2 minutes later, I had that nigga bring all of his rollies onto the screen. So now he says, we need to get rid of the street mentality. That shit ain't doing nothing for us. We need to get rid of hip hop. And then he went on this long soliloquy, 2 hours, back and forth with me, 10, Mikey B, all of us, going back and forth how we need to get rid of that mentality. And at the end of the show, he said he is a real nigga. And he told us he got all the shooters. So what I'm saying is, for you to say that the nigga shut me down and the nigga is leaving the show with my ideology in his mouth, he left with my ideology in his mouth.
Okay, but that's a good breakdown. It's a good assessment. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's counterproductive to be saying how we need to get rid of this shit, and then at the end I say I'm gonna kill you. But let's go back to the beginning. Fuck everything that happened in the beginning. Let's and me and you have that conversation, right? And we not trying to shoot at each other or no shit like that. I'm just having a regular conversation, a bro conversation with you. And I tell you, damn, everybody's snitching out here.
Everybody not snitching, bro.
Not everybody snitching, but you understand the statement.
All right, so now you see when I just said everybody not snitching, you said, all right, not everybody. Your man go, nah, nigga, everybody snitching. Yo, you bugging out, nigga.
But look, what I'm trying to say is that if you told me that, right, and I'm having a conversation with somebody that's on the same exact plane of thought that I'm on, and you say everybody's snitching out here, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say everybody's snitching out here too. Even though I did a bid for a nigga snitching on me, I ended up having like 24 fucking years for niggas that like talking. That niggas that you know what I'm saying? Overly talkative ass type motherfucking niggas that like ratting. I really had to do time. And I had option to snitch on the motherfucking come home, and I didn't. So I don't like that I don't like that everybody snitching shit neither. But personally, once you take your emotions out of the situation, and I know that I ain't no motherfucking snitch, and I know for a fact that the niggas that I fuck with know I ain't no rat. So I wouldn't take that personal. I just look at the statement. I wouldn't take it personal. I just take it like, yeah, a lot of people is ratting. Not everybody, but I understand
more people is not telling than niggas that's telling.
That's a fact. I'm gonna bring Monster Mo up. If, you know what I'm saying?
So when the niggas say everybody telling, that you doing a disservice to these niggas everywhere that ain't telling, nigga. Now, I ain't taking it personal. Hey, yo, I told niggas, man, I'm the voice of the voiceless, you heard? The niggas that don't got no voice, niggas be trying to shit on these jail niggas and all that. I'm not going for that, you heard? I'm home.
Nah, I don't think it's right. I don't think that I'm gonna mute you for a second, Mo, because it's loud. But when you about to say something, just unmute yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the message, because you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, go in your comments.
They won't fuck with me. I did 20. I had 20 years too. He won't fuck with me.
I ain't talking about you. I'm right now in your chat. Right now, before I hit the link, yo, we tired of this New York jail talk. Blah. But get used to it. I'm saying you tired of it.
That's how my channel started. Listen, that's how I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you a history with me, right? What got my channel known and start, you know what I'm saying, was jail stories. My channel's considered a New York prison story, transition stories mainly. Not just talking about the shit the niggas did up north, but also how we transitioned into this world. So I would never fuck with somebody that believed that or think that way. I do know that we on the internet and niggas say things that get taken the wrong way. Because I know this nigga, and I know he's not saying fuck all jail niggas, especially when at the end of your video when you're saying you got the shooters. If you got shooters,
No,
you got.
I ain't saying he said fuck all jail niggas. I'm saying, yo, boy, I don't give a fuck how much money a nigga got. I don't care about that. I'm about to get rich, so I don't care how much money these niggas is dealing with, right? And niggas is blinded by that, and I'm not. I'm not one of them niggas. I don't care about that. I've been away from everything my whole life. I don't care about that stuff. That don't really.
Right, so let's oh God, what you gotta say, man?
Real quick.
God, we listening.
Who, me?
Nah, I was talking to Monster Mo. His shit, I think he driving, so his shit fucked up.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is like, you know what I mean? Like, when that nigga came on that show and he said that we need to get rid of the street mentality, that was his thesis, you heard? That was his argument. We need to get rid of the street mentality. When we finished that discussion, he said he was a real nigga with all the shooters, man.
Yo, but that was way after the 1996 shit, nigga.
Regardless of that, I'm saying for a nigga to say that a nigga for a nigga to say that a nigga shut me down and the nigga left the show.
No.
A nigga, when you look that nigga up on Google, it say he worth $4 million. He was on the program telling us he had 20 million. You know what I'm saying? He was telling us all of these things, right? How he's this super duper businessman. He never did nothing in the streets before. He's totally against that. Blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the program, after being in the presence of a nigga like ZipWitTheDrip, he says, I'm a real nigga and I got all the shooters. Either you was lying then or you lying now. I never told him.
All right, look, Zip, but look, this is the part where niggas say that he shut you down, right? For example, if a nigga, we gonna talk about on some hood shit. If a nigga got one pair of phone posits, some red joints, and then you get on the joint like, yo, all you do is rock them same red phone posits, and the nigga go to his closet and pull out 17 pairs of different color phone posits. Is that not a shutdown? That's not a shutdown right there?
No, nigga, I told you to go do
that. If you say a nigga only got one pair of sneakers, and the nigga go to his closet and he got 50 pair of brand new sneakers, that's not a shutdown? That part right there?
I'm saying if that's what you consider a shutdown, then that's what you consider a shutdown. That's not like...
All right, think about this, right? You say a nigga, two jail niggas, right? You say you put in way more work in jail than... No, you be like, yo, you ain't put in no work. And the nigga bring you a bunch of tickets. He bring you mad tickets. Ain't that a shutdown if you be like the nigga pussy?
Like, let's talk about this on a big scale, homie. Like, in 2 minutes of conversation, I had that nigga run into his closet, going to get all of his jewelry. Like, it ain't niggas out here that'll run in there and kill everybody in that house. if he got 10 watches in that house. What part of that is fly? You ever seen my roll? You ever seen me with my rollie on here, though? You ever seen that?
I think I see you with a rollie one time, though, on Instagram or some shit.
Instagram, maybe like a video type situation, something like that. I ain't stepping on the screen, no jury and all that. I ain't doing that. I know where I'm at.
All right, what you think about the 1996 shit he said?
I told a nigga, I said, yo, go get the papers for that watch.
He wasn't trying to push you,
He never went and got the papers for that watch. He went and got 10 other boxes. He showed me 2 other rollies, but he never showed me the papers for that watch. And then he took that watch off and put another watch on.
He overextended his proof and his paperwork when he came with more shit than what you asked for.
What you think? Real niggas is saying, where's the paperwork for that big badass plain Jane you had on? Because you showed me a receipt for a Rolex that cost $10,000, but you had a watch on that cost $90,000. You understand? But I don't know if you got rollies, but I got a rollie. I know what time it is, you heard? That's why I said that. You got that big badass plain Jane, nigga. That's a big John. That ain't the cheap John. That's the $80,000 John. Where the papers at for that? He showed me a $12,000 receipt, nigga. How he shut me down? You ain't doing, like you said, you only wear them red phones. A nigga go get 10 pairs of Uptowns. That ain't what I asked you about, nigga. asked you about no fucking uptowns. I said all you do is wear them same red foams. And instead of you going to get more foams, you went and got more Nikes. You ain't gonna get more foams though. He had a plain Jane, 41 millimeter, $80,000 watch on it.
All right, let me ask you something, Zip. Right? The part, listen, let me, and I don't want you to be offended by this part. I just want you to hear me, what I'm saying, right? Because I did say something about the part when Shaft is saying, yo, boom, I thought we were supposed to be doing the show together, right? And instead of you responding, the first thing you said, the reason why I'm showing you this, right, is because I feel like a lot of us like you out here. You know what I mean? You know, I like what you do, bro. Your energy is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it do remind me of up north. And I ain't gonna lie, for a nigga like me, that with the shit I did and my history, you know what I mean, whether it's in the pen or out here, there's a certain part of my story where I'm trying to make people progress. Whether, you know what I'm saying, when Shaquelle came out here, you know, all the niggas that was on the Queens Flip tape couch, you know, Killer Cav and all them, none of us knew how to do what we do right now. But we all came out the same kind of way. And it created a whole wave of trolls. All these niggas that you seeing now, my nigga, Bullets Gotti, Roski, and all them niggas done brought my kids out here. Then they use my kids' pictures, my daughter. I got a 12-year-old daughter. I got an 8-year-old son that they telling to suck my dick, you know, and shit like that. They dragging my kids all through the internet like they know me. Like I'm 6'1", I choke the fuck out of you. I'll hurt you in real life type shit. You know what I'm saying? And they playing those type of games. Nobody, there was no blueprint of niggas that came out here and showed us not how not to feed into it or how to address it in the correct way. We kind of built that, you know what I'm saying? From going from being straight up, what y'all niggas said? You feel me? Go look at some of my old videos, bro. I was slinging, suck my dick, fuck y'all niggas, all that. We all popped out like YouTube sensations overnight. Everybody was talking about our channels. You know what I'm saying? Whether that was Scheme, whether that's Ice Corleone, Killer Kevin, them niggas, you know what I mean? Boss Lee, CK, we all have our time, you know what I'm saying, of getting that. But we all have a time where the trolls is after us. Normally that's in the beginning. So when he said, you know what I mean, we supposed to be doing the show together, you feel me? Your response was like, yo, I'm about to touch the sky type shit. And I don't want nobody, and I understand this, because this is something that I say in my mind all the time. This is why I stay collected within myself and build my brand by myself. And I feel the same way. Anybody pull up their guests on the Mac Mean show, it's not their show, so they won't take credit later on down the line. But I feel like when you say that publicly, it make other people that might be looking at you like an investment, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what? You might have it going on. You might be ready to touch the sky, but guess what? 6 degrees of separation could turn into 2 degrees of separation with the right handshake. Let me see what I'm gonna rock with. But then your answer is showing that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're thinking about the things that could go bad before you think about the things that's gonna go good. Let's work on the things that we got in front of us. That's just my opinion. That it doesn't mean that you got to change how you think. I'm not trying to change your core thinking, and I ain't trying to ride with a nigga that's like fuck jail niggas. I've taken offense to that and took hits. So brothers that's coming home right now, they can look at the shit that we went through and ignore that shit and just go and really go kiss the sky. Anton Daniels is a nigga that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he like, from what I've seen, like people that their voice is big. I think that every time that he stepped to somebody that I seen that come from where we come from, it was to lead them into a whole different world of money. I don't think that was nothing bad. I think it was good. You feel me?
I'm saying I ain't on here and I ain't make no live trying to issue on Anton Daniels. My live was about you, Monster Mo, and behind the ball. And I'm saying y'all made reactionary videos saying son shut me down, and I made reactionary videos.
Why you took it like I said that? Because I didn't. I listened to Monster Mo.
Oh, no, look at that nigga Zip Paper. That nigga Zip Paper look like it's from change. Like you said earlier, it was kind of like you was on his side. You know him more. Blah blah blah. Your video was biased, and I caught it. I'm kind of shocked. We got that established, and so I made reactionary videos in response to you, Monster Mo, and Behind the Ball making reaction to talking about a nigga shut me down. When in all actuality, I had a nigga talking about he was ready to give me a job. He was ready to give me a salary. He was a real nigga with all of the shooters. And he pulled up talking about that mentality. We need to get rid of it. I left the show like a nigga wanted me to get rid of my mentality so he can adopt it. I know I'm telling you, like whatever type of business he involved in, scrap. I don't care. I'm not
Yeah,
impressed.
I'm not saying for that reason. I'm saying because the conversation, you gotta understand whether you speak about it or not. If the conversation is out there, you know what I'm saying. People gonna talk about it. So I was just saying for that reason. I'm not saying that he gonna be a magical
Deal with
pill.
son. You deal with son like on a personal level. You let him know like Zip don't feel no Zip. I like son. I like how
Mm-hmm.
son came on there on some Detroit player. And I'm saying he's a Detroit player. Like he came on there talking that talk. He said what he said. But at the end of the show, he revealed to me either who he really was or he was capping. And so therefore I win because I remain the same throughout the whole show. I stand on when I stand on. I ain't saying nothing that's coming from a freestyle perspective. And I'm saying everything I'm saying is well thought out. And I'm saying, and I thought about it objectively before I said it. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Okay. Oh, and within that
you
spirit,
got no smoke. I said in the video, I watch what you doing. Monster Mo, I watch him more than I watch you. But I ain't got no problems with y'all. Y'all made reactionary videos. You said, yo, we content creators. I said, all right, I'm a content creator. I'm going to create some content.
well, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I don't really like 9 out of 10 times. If I'm creating content, is because I got a personal interest in the shit. 9 out of 10 times, that's how I go. At the end of the day, as a content creator, I get checks for this shit. So if I want to go for views and get a check, then I know what to do to get that going. But as far as like having a voice and trying to get in somebody's ear, I think that this is what it does. As far as our lives, it creates relationships for us. More money. You feel me?
That means, see, when you was giving your little spiel earlier, see, I had lost my train of thought, right? When you was giving your spiel earlier, right? You said when 10 Toes Down mentioned like me and him having a show together, right? And I said I was about to kiss the sky. That's what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
How you said, yo, when y'all came home, y'all niggas had to put up with a whole. How long ago you came home?
I've been home for years, man. I've been home. I'm talking about when I came to YouTube. Jail niggas.
I
Jail.
so how long? I'm saying how long you been home? How long you been on YouTube? Let me. I'm saying like how long you been on
I've
YouTube?
been on YouTube 2 years. I started my channel 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But the last time I was in jail was like 7 years ago.
All right, so like as far as these other dudes and like this YouTube, like it's a lot of dudes like with their situations, what they doing and all that, what they got going on. I ain't saying I don't respect it, but I feel like it's a plateau for niggas over here on YouTube. Just niggas just being on YouTube creating content. I don't think, and I'm saying the algorithm is gonna let dudes do certain numbers. And I'm saying I think they're gonna keep niggas at a certain space, and that's that. Yo, boy, I ain't trying to be over here long, homie. I'm about to cut through years of the red tape. I've been over here making I've been over here making content like this for 4 or 5 months. I already got the eyes of the CEO of a major record label in New York City. I got a studio between 7th and 8th Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. The podcast coming to school. I'm out of here. I'm telling you, I'm about to kiss the sky. I ain't just talking. So when a dude like Anton Daniels pull up, he got it going on or whatever. All right, cool. I got them niggas coming to Flatbush in the Maybachs, bro.